Today, we're going to show a very simple method to determine the correct gap for you, your trumpet, and the way you play, using one of our flex mouthpieces in our coupler system. We'll make the assumption that you've bought one of our flex mouthpieces with 3 couplers, so we're only going to use 3 couplers for this. And the goal is to determine the best gap that we can get for Forrest here using these 3 couplers. The most common couplers we sell are a 4, a 4.5, and a 5, so that's what we'll be using today. So we're going to start with this mouthpiece. It happens to be a 3 dB RVS, and we'll start with the number 4 coupler. Now, Forrest, all I'd like you to do is play the F major scale, 1 octave. When you get to the top F, letting the mouthpiece and the trumpet go where it wants to go pitch-wise. In other words, don't try to put it in tune. Let it go where it goes. When you get to the F on top of the staff, just be conscious of where you are on the pitch center. Is it going right to the center of the note in the best intonation possible? Would you have to reach up to get it into pitch? Would you have to come down to get it into pitch? In other words, where is it going? So play the F major scale. That's great. I can tell you put a lot of time into that F major scale. So you be conscious of where the pitch center is, and now we're going to go to the 4.5. And all you have to do is say to yourself, is it better or worse?
Better.
Better.
Yeah.
Okay. And now let's go to the 5 and see if it gets better or it gets worse.
Worse.
I agree. On this coupler, in this case, the 4.5, you can even hear it from the first note. I'll ask you to play that scale in a moment. But on the first F, you can hear that it's clearer, it's louder, it's more resonant, and as he plays the scale, the whole scale is more even and defined. So play the F major scale one more time. And so how does that feel to you when it's feeling the best of the 3?
Well, it feels most in tune for one, and the definitions of the notes are the most clear for me.
Okay, now if you want to take it to the next step on this, it's very simple. Play a 2-octave scale, let's say a C scale, from low C to high C. You could do the same thing with all 3 couplers, but in this case, just play with the correct one. As you can hear, the timbre stays the same, the notes are clear, it's easy for him to play, and all we did was dial it in using an F major scale. The goal when you're adjusting the gap is to get the highest percentage of notes in tune that you can get. It might be 70%, 80%, 90%, 99%. A lot of it depends upon the instrument that you're playing. If you have a very well-in-tune, well-designed instrument, a well-designed, in-tune modern mouthpiece, and you get the gap correct, you'll get the highest percentage of notes in tune that you can get. It is possible that there's another gap, either larger or smaller, that's even better for Forrest. But we wanted to show you how to do it with 3 couplers and figuring out the best gap in a very simple situation.